All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Thyrone Cameron, and today I am going to be sharing with you some details about a very important event that is about to be taking place very shortly, and that is what I'd like to call the Bitcoin halving. For those of you who have never seen my videos before in the past, you know that I am going to start recording and just start talking. I really try not to spend too much time editing these videos. So I look forward to your feedback as usual. Please do me a big favor, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel if you like the content that I'm going to be covering. Very few housekeeping items. First is, this is not financial advice. I'm going to be giving you guys information based on the research that I've done and based on my own experience. The second item is, feel free to connect with me. You can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, and of course, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The third thing is that I think there's an opportunity to take action. I encourage you to do so. I'll leave some details in the description below this video for any person that's looking forward to getting started in the cryptocurrency space. This particular topic we're going to be covering revolves around cryptocurrency. And so if you're not familiar with what a Bitcoin is, I'm going to share that with you in a moment right now. So with that being said, again, please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any comments, leave them below this video, and I'll make sure that I'll tackle them as soon as I can. So that's who I am. My name is Thyrone Cameron, and I was born and raised in Mississauga. And for those of you watching this video internationally or outside of Canada, I'm from Toronto. Everybody who's watching this is probably at different places in terms of what they know about cryptocurrency, what their experience has been like inside of the space. So I'm going to do my very best to be able to share some information based on what a beginner knows, and also go through some other details that if you're a little bit more well versed in cryptocurrency, you're going to be a bit more familiar with what I'm talking about. So what is a Bitcoin? What is a Bitcoin? Some of you know what this is, some of you don't know what this is. So I got a quick little 90-second video that tells you what a Bitcoin is.
What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the first decentralized digital currency. Bitcoins are digital coins you can send through the internet. Compared to other alternatives, Bitcoins have a number of advantages. Bitcoins are transferred directly from person to person via the net, without going through a bank or clearinghouse. This means that the fees are much lower, you can use them in every country, your account cannot be frozen, and there are no prerequisites or arbitrary limits. Let's look at how it works. Bitcoins are generated all over the internet by anybody running a free application called a Bitcoin miner. Mining requires a certain amount of work for each block of coins. This amount is automatically adjusted by the network such that Bitcoins are always created at a predictable and limited rate. Your Bitcoins are stored in your digital wallet, which might look familiar if you use online banking. When you transfer Bitcoins, an electronic signature is added. After a few minutes, the transaction is verified by a miner and permanently and anonymously stored in the network. The Bitcoin software is completely open source and anybody can review the code. Bitcoin is changing finance the same way the web changed publishing. When everyone has access to a global market, great ideas flourish.
So that's a very quick video about what Bitcoin is. There's essentially two ways to acquire Bitcoin. You can either mine Bitcoin, which is a longer, more tedious process that requires a great deal of technology, some hardware, or you have the option to be able to purchase Bitcoin. Now, some of you might be asking, well, what is the price of a Bitcoin? Let's go and take a look. Look, if you have not followed me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram. I drop lots of finance-related content, crypto-related content, some real estate content is going to be coming, a lot of content is going to be coming for you, to you. Okay, so let's see current Bitcoin price. So the current price of one Bitcoin is $9,761 Canadian. However, in most cases, what you're going to find is that people are typically talking about the price in US dollars. So that will always be our reference point when we're talking about Bitcoin prices 95% of the time. So I know I have a large Canadian audience, but this is truly priced through conversation based on US dollars. So the current price of one Bitcoin is $6,897.33. That's the current price of one Bitcoin. Now, there can never be more than 21 million Bitcoins in existence. The issuance is strictly regulated by computer code. Every 10 minutes, Bitcoin miners compete with each other to solve a complex mathematical problem. Whoever solves the problem first is awarded 12.5 Bitcoins. A halving event is when the Bitcoin reward gets cut in half. So whenever you have miners that are mining for Bitcoin at a halving event, the reward is cut in half. So each halving reduces supply coming into the market. The first halving event occurred in 2012. The second halving event occurred in 2016. And the third will occur in May of 2020. Now, first the reduction from 50 Bitcoin to 25 Bitcoin happened in November of 2012. Then the second having shifted the predetermined goalposts from 25 Bitcoin to 12.5 Bitcoin of July 2016. And now the anticipation of the next halving event will see the block rewards drop from 12 to 6.25 Bitcoin in May of 2020. The permanent change in the mining reward system for newly minted Bitcoins, this was Satoshi's vision for designing a deflationary, digitally scarce crypto asset. Now, Satoshi Nakamoto is who many people believe is the person who created Bitcoin. And again, what's going to happen at this particular halving event that's happening in May is you're going to see that the amount of Bitcoin that's rewarded is going to drop from 12 to 6.25. The halving event happens roughly every 4 years. And over a year, you're going to see that there'll be a drop of supply of Bitcoin coming into the market from about 675,000 to about 337,500. It's very important to remember that there can never be more than 21 million Bitcoin. So this halving event happens approximately every 4 years. Let's take a look specifically at a countdown that exists. So Bitcoin halving date. This specific clock tells us that we're in approximately 19 days, 22 hours, and 57 minutes. That's when the next halving event is going to take place. So this is specifically what this video is about. This halving event that's going to take place, that's going to see a reduction in the amount of Bitcoin rewards that are rewarded to Bitcoin miners. Now, the halving will continue roughly every 4 years until all 21 million Bitcoins are released. So it's very important to remember that there can never be more than 21 million Bitcoins. This is a chart that illustrates the year and also illustrates the price per Bitcoin and also the halving dates. But before I jump into the chart, if you're still with me so far and you haven't left this video, go ahead, hit the like button. Don't forget to leave a comment below and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay. Research shows that once the halving occurs, you can expect a rally to happen after the halving. So as you can see in this first chart, Bitcoin bottomed roughly 15 to 16 months prior to each of the first 2 halving dates, but it rallied for a year or more after them. Now let's get a little bit more specific. You can see here in 2010, the price increased here from 2011, which was approximately, give or take, $5 a coin. The halving event took place in 2012, and just before 2014, the price of 1 Bitcoin was $1,000. That's just before 2014. Then you see directly here, this is approximately, let's say just slightly before the start of 2015. This is the next low before the halving. And so another halving event happens after 2016. And the halving event at this price is approximately around $1,000 per Bitcoin. Well, what happens after the halving event? The price moves up here. This is before 2018. And this is approximately $19,000 per Bitcoin. This is 2018. And this is somewhere very close to where we are today. This is a few months before where we are now in April, because we know the next halving event is happening here. But you've seen what the price per Bitcoin currently is. So this is a trend in terms of what we've seen based on previous halving dates with Bitcoin. I want to get a little bit more detailed. Okay, in 2011, you can see here that the price ranged from 17 cents to $31.50 per Bitcoin. In mid-2011, the price was approximately $31.50 per Bitcoin. Then you saw the price drop down to about $2 per Bitcoin. The first halving event took place before 2013. That's what this line here represents, a halving. This line here represents a halving. And again, you've got the years at the bottom of this chart, and you've got the price per Bitcoin along the side. So this halving date, prior to the beginning of 2013, you saw the price of Bitcoin go from approximately $31 up to $1,178. This is in 2014. Then you see the price dip down back to around $163. That's in this period here, shortly after 2015. Another halving event happens, that's mid-2016. from this date here, mid 2016, this is the bull market where probably most of you who are familiar with cryptocurrency started to hear about Bitcoin. This was back in 2017, mid 2017, beginning 2017, a little pre 2018. This is when everybody was talking about Bitcoin. It was all over the news. It was in everybody's group. This is when everybody was talking about Bitcoin. What you started to see happen after 2018 is the price per Bitcoin dipped. Started to dip and dip and dip and dip and dip and dip and dip. It went as low as $3,180 after it reached an all-time high of $19,800. This takes us to where we are today in 2020, where you just saw the price of what one Bitcoin is. Here's the next halving date. So I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin, and it's predominantly because of some of these trends that we've seen happen in the past. And in addition to that, what an interesting time for where we are in our history, where there is a global pandemic. The stock market has taken a beating, and we've seen a lot of companies with massive layoffs. We've seen, unemployment hit all-time highs in terms of, weekly submissions for folks that are applying for unemployment. And today specifically, we've seen the price of oil hit an all-time low. I think that this is a perfect storm. This is my opinion, and I don't know if I'm going to be right about this or if I'm going to be wrong about this, but I am willing to find out. And so I think that with some of the global events that are taking place today, and given what Bitcoin has done in the past and what we've seen in terms of its track record, I've got a pretty interesting prediction for where I think Bitcoin's going to be, and I'm going to share that with you guys here in a moment. If you're still with me now, do me a favor. Again, smash up the like button, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to connect with me, whether it's on Facebook or on Instagram. Okay, so what we've seen here is that every time crypto emerges from a brutal bear market, Bitcoin always rallies first. On average, it outperforms altcoins for about 6 months. After that, the altcoin market catches up. In many instances, altcoins even surpass Bitcoin in terms of the return on investment. And we've seen this happen with some altcoins such as Ethereum in the last bull run that took place from 2017 to 2018. So here's my price prediction. My prediction, based on what we have seen here historically with Bitcoin, and what we have seen in terms of the patterns with this particular crypto asset, is that my prediction is at the end of 2020, the price per Bitcoin is greater than $25,000. That's my price prediction for the end of 2020, is that one BTC is greater than $20,000 USD. So I am going to leave some information below this video. If you want to get started with cryptocurrency, I recommend it to be a portion of your financial portfolio. It is still considered very high risk. There's not enough regulation inside of the space. It is something that I think is necessary, so we can see the space really evolve, and so that allows for mass adoption with these crypto assets. If you have any questions, feedback, leave them below. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. You guys are awesome. Look forward to making another video for you guys soon. Take care, stay safe, and remember to do your due diligence and to invest with caution, and never invest more than you can afford to part ways with. Good luck, stay safe, talk to you all soon. Peace.